Today we're looking at the history of Buddhism. Hello, welcome to the Daily Bellringer World History. Please don't forget to subscribe and take a look at the questions down in the description. Also, don't forget to check out dailybellringer.com where you'll find more resources that go with many of the Bellringer videos. Buddhism is one of the world's oldest and most important religions. It began in India over 2,500 years ago and has spread to many parts of the world. Buddhism teaches people how to live peacefully, overcome suffering, and reach a state of wisdom and happiness called enlightenment. The history of Buddhism begins with the life of its founder, Siddhartha Gautama, who became known as the Buddha. Siddhartha Gautama was born around 563 BC in a kingdom in what is now Nepal. He was born into a royal family and his father was a king. Siddhartha grew up in great wealth and comfort, and his father wanted to protect him from sadness, so Siddhartha was kept inside the palace away from sickness, poverty, and death. When Siddhartha was a young man, he left the palace and saw the world outside. For the first time, he saw an old man, a sick man, and a dead man. He realized that suffering and death was part of life. This deeply troubled him. He also saw a holy man who had given up wealth and lived peacefully. Siddhartha decided to leave his palace, his riches, and even his family to search for truth about life and suffering. For many years, Siddhartha studied with teachers and practiced strict fasting and meditation, but he still did not find the answers he wanted. At about the age of 29, he sat under a fig tree called the Bodhi tree and meditated until he reached enlightenment. At that moment, Siddhartha became the Buddha, which means the enlightened one. After reaching enlightenment, the Buddha spent the rest of his life teaching others what he had learned. His teachings are known as the Dharma. The most important teachings of Buddhism include what are known as the Four Noble Truths. Life is full of suffering. Suffering is caused by desire and attachment. There is a way to end suffering, and the way to end suffering is to follow the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a guide for how to live a good life. It includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditation. Buddhism also teaches about karma, the idea that actions have consequences, and reincarnation, being reborn after death, both beliefs which are important parts of Hinduism. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to reach nirvana, which is freedom from suffering and the cycle of rebirth. The Buddha lived and taught in northern India for about 45 years. He gathered many followers, both monks and ordinary people. After Buddha died at about the age of 80 in 483 BC, his teachings continued to spread. At first, Buddhism spread through India. Later, around the 3rd century BC, the Mauryan Empire Asoka became a Buddhist and helped to spread the religion even further. He sent missionaries to other countries, built stupas or Buddhist shrines, and encouraged people to follow the Buddha's teachings. Over time, Buddhism spread beyond India into Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. It also traveled north into China, Korea, and Japan, where it became very popular. In Tibet, a special form of Buddhism called Tibetan Buddhism developed. Today, Buddhism is practiced all over the world. Similar to other religions of the world, as Buddhism spread, different schools or branches formed. The three main branches of Buddhism are Theravada Buddhism, which is the oldest form of Buddhism practiced mostly in Southeast Asia. It focused on the original teachings of the Buddha. Mahayana Buddhism developed later and has become popular in China, Korea, and Japan. It teaches that anyone can help others reach enlightenment. Vajrayana Buddhism is found mostly in Tibet and Mongolia. It includes spiritual rituals, chants, and meditation practices. Today, Buddhism is followed by more than 500 million people around the world. Buddhist temples and monasteries can be found in Asia, Europe, the Americas, and beyond. So with that, hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching.